Hi you all, this is Rosa bringing you Deer Families, a docuseries dedicated to the study and observation of the wild white-tailed deer that live in the rapidly developing town my home is in. If you all have been following my videos, I did a video on Beth's passing in memory of her, and then 2 months later, Beth showed up with twins. Here she is with her two twins. She had disappeared for 2 months, and I thought she had passed because she had never done that before. But to my surprise and great delight and relief, she appeared with two twins. I thought she was having twins because she was just super large when she was pregnant. And here are her twins. And then here are her two babies from previous years. That's Christopher next to her baby from this year. And then over here is her daughter Crystal that she had 2 years ago. Christopher's 1 year old and Crystal is 2 years old. And then these are her two babies that are just a couple months old. So I am just so happy to see this family together. And since Beth had been gone for 2 months, I do believe she needed a little time to recover after giving birth. And I was just so happy she appeared again. These families stayed together always. So for her to disappear from her daughter and her son was just very unusual. Her daughter was showing up right after giving birth, so I figured Beth just didn't make it through the birth. Her daughter Crystal just had one baby, but Beth had two, and I think having two takes larger toll on the mothers. It was harder on Lana. Lana had birth right by my house, so I did see her throughout the days following the birth, and it did just take a toll on Lana having two, and she was just barely moving. She was so weak. The mothers that have one, it's easier on them to bounce back from the birth. So I think that's why Beth hadn't come by for a while. The birth just took a greater toll on her. And also, she probably had her babies a little farther away. This is Sharon's family's territory that I live on, and Beth's main territory is a little down the road, and she just comes up here each day, and Sharon shares this, but my home is in Sharon's family's home range. So Sharon and Lana and Kyla all had their babies around my house, and Beth had hers a little farther away. I'm going to remove the video on Beth's memorial just because, thank goodness, she is still with us. She's one of my favorite deer. She's so personable and really inspiring. Her internal strength is amazing. The way she handles adversity and the way she works out, being able to feed on Sharon's family's territory is just awesome. I really admire her. She's not aggressive, but she has a lot of determination and perseverance. So each time these guys get pushed off, she taught them to come back, to not give up and take advantage of any chance they can to get food. And they do. They're very persistent. If they get pushed off, her and her young Crystal and Christopher, they just come right back, and that enables them to get food on another family's territory. That persistence does. But she's not aggressive about it. She's very peaceful. She doesn't fight the other families. She just leaves if they get aggressive, and then she comes back. Her determination has caused Sharon's family to just accept they're always going to be here, and they're going to end up sharing territory and food with Beth's family, because Beth's family doesn't ever give up. So I admire her persistence and how she taught her children to be persistent but peaceful. They're very peaceful. They don't have any physical. It's very, very, very rare there's a physical confrontation, and they never start it. They just peacefully retreat if somebody confronts them and asks them to leave this territory. So peace and persistence is what Beth teaches her young, and they've all done well. Her son Christopher survived an attack by a predator. I believe it was a wild cat. I've heard we have some wild cats out here, and the markings around his neck looked like a cat's paw. The claw markings were similar to a cat's claw, but it was very big, so it couldn't have been a domesticated cat. It must have been some kind of a wild cat. But he survived it. He didn't get fazed by it. He recovered within just a couple days. And he's still this fearless, personable deer. This is him right here. Just like his mom, just great internal strength and fortitude. Very sweet and personable. That's all the qualities his mom has, and she taught him. And they survive tough situations with those qualities, and they seem to be enjoying every moment of their life. They're always very happy, content, peaceful. It's definitely one of the most peaceful families I've met. They're smaller, so they're not the most dominant deer because of their size. And also, I think their peaceful personalities keep them from behaving dominant. But they're doing well. They're succeeding, getting food, water, and having babies each year. So this is a real lovely family of deer that I've been enjoying getting to know and sharing with you all. This is a pretty warm day in August in Central Texas. So they're standing in the shade out of the sun. We have a breeze, which is very unusual and just lovely. In August, we don't normally get these cool breezes, but we are this year, and I couldn't be any more grateful for that. This is our hottest month in Texas. So as you can see, there's a road nearby, and that is the biggest threat to these guys, the traffic. And it's mostly a threat to the babies because it takes them time to learn about vehicles The adults have learned about them and know how to avoid collisions, but the babies don't always get enough time to learn about them before they have a collision. So keep Beth's babies in your prayers. She's done well teaching her other babies, and they've survived, so I certainly hope this year's babies survive. I'm sure these deer are super grateful to have this breeze because they get hot in the summer here, and they seem to enjoy the winter time better. Those temperatures fit them a little better. They're more frisky in the winter time, kind of like dogs get frisky in the winter. Big dogs at least do. And so these guys, I'm sure, are enjoying this rare breeze we have, and I hope you enjoyed seeing them today. And I hope you all are having a great day and enjoying the nature and wildlife around you. Bye-bye from Rosa with Deer Families.